Hello there. I am Colonel Alexander Hamilton. You might remember me from such publications as the Federalist Papers or the Reynolds pamphlet, but let's not go too much into that one. And welcome back to another episode of The Audacity of This Bitch. Now, I like to think I'm a pretty popular guy. Yes, I tend to piss people off with my writing, but those are just little bitches who can't handle the truth. Talking of little bitches, I received a letter from a Mr. Aaron Burr about his opinion on my publications under the pseudonym of Publius. Of course, I responded in kind, absolutely correct him for how audaciously incorrect he was in his argument. If you could call this an argument. As I said, I'm a very popular figure in New York, or as I like to call it, Hamopolis, which is catching day by day. Would I have enough time at my disposal to enumerate my defense of the new Constitution to you? Therefore, good sir, I shall keep my response to your recent correspondence succinct in order to correct your erroneous arguments. 3,500 words later, I believe that I have made my point quite clear to Mr. Burr. And I just wish the people would start listening to me, because generally, as history has proven, I tend to be correct. It's because of my incredible, fertile, energetic brain, which is leagues ahead of a lot of the little bitches in New York. But I'm not one to brag. And so I feel like I have to school these little bitches when they come to my door with these absolutely trivial diatribes, which they throw at my desk and think is worth my time. Let it be known that you are not the first, nor do I believe that you shall be the last individual to castigate my publications. When I've got Washington behind me? Oh, in fact, I've got a note from Washington somewhere. Oh, it's this one here. It's a note that Mr. President has given me, should I come across any more problems, and it states thus: I can do what I want. I shall begin by saying that in order to achieve anything in this world, we must first have ambition. Is that not what America stands for? The pioneering spirit of ambition? Would you rather we sit in this continuous loop of degeneration? We shall not further ourselves after shedding blood, that we should be content in this current very primitive state that we are living in? No, we must. Even the candle, Burr! Burr, don't go knocking over my candles with your idiocracy. Now, it's been said that I don't have the greatest faith in humanity. That's true, I don't. While I like to think of myself as a philanthropist, I do not trust the choices of peasants. I would not listen to my ass back when I was a kid. I was a dumbass peasant. Would I have taken my advice back then? No, absolutely not. I was a fucking idiot back then. I enlightened myself. I educated myself. Would I take my opinion now? Absolutely. If the common peasant wants defense against the slings and arrows of everyday life, then educated, erudite men will speak for them. In a central government, which we have, you're welcome. From the rubble and remains we must rebuild, not in a few years, not in the next century, but now. I go on, as I usually do. Sorry, I'm finding it hard to read my own penmanship. At this point, my hand was tired ass. We had no intention at this convention of writing a new form of government. We were just editing the Articles of Confederation. But what happened? We made something better. Shackled together by fate, the state shall either succeed and flourish as a united nation or individually drown in the shipwreck of hesitation. Let us not forget that the friends of progress are frequently the enemies of each other. People are naturally resilient to change. However, change shall be thrust upon them, whether they wish for it or not. So please, Mr. Burr, next time you feel the impulse to send me such inane drabble, save yourself the paper and the ink, sir, and do not write to me. Next week, I'll be talking about the audacity of James Madison, that turncoat bastard, And so, my fellow countrymen and friends, until our paths cross again, I am Colonel Alexander Hamilton, and this has been another episode of The Audacity of This Bitch. Quill drop. I'm out. And the candle's always low. Oh, and another thing, burr. I forgot to